This is Steffen Schmidt for InsiderIowa.com. This week, President Obama posted the long version of his birth certificate from Hawaii on the White House website. And then it was reprinted and spread all over the country. And it was interesting because the reaction to that has been so mixed. First of all, the question was, why did Obama wait 3 years before he went and had his people get the long version of his birth certificate and make that public? And nobody knows the answer to that. Secondly, why did he finally decide that he needed or wanted to post his birth certificate on publicly? And the answer to that seems to be that the story that President Obama was not born in Hawaii, that he was born in Indonesia or Kenya, persisted much longer than anyone would have possibly guessed. And it was a very effective tool for people who don't like Obama, and especially the Republicans, to undermine him, to raise questions about a very fundamental thing, which is whether the president is a legitimate president born in the United States on American territory or not. The other reason he did it this time around was because Donald Trump has began to talk about this particular issue, and Donald Trump has a very loud voice. He can get a lot of free media and was all over the media talking about this and saying that he was going to investigate it. So things kind of came together and forced the president, I think for the first time in history for any American president, to actually post his long version of a birth certificate and then certified by the authorities in Hawaii as a legitimate document in public. The reaction to him doing that was twofold. One, a lot of people said he shouldn't have done it, that he had given in to the birthers and to the Republicans and the Tea Party and people who don't like him, and that was undignified and he should just have ignored it and not done it at all. The second reaction is more astonishing and to me unbelievable, really, and I've already written a short piece on that. That is that the Republicans suddenly ganged up on him all over the country. Rick Santorum and lots of other Republicans, including the chair of the Republican National Committee, Reince Priebus, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, said that this was a scandal, that President Obama should be spending his time working on the economy and on winning the war in Afghanistan, and why did he make a big issue out of his birth certificate. And it was, to me, unbelievable because, of course, it's the Republicans who have been making a big issue out of it for 3 years, relentlessly, every single day. And now, all of a sudden, his opponents, really his enemies, are saying that he should have not taken, few minutes of his time and a little bit of his staff time to get his birth certificate and post it. It was outrageous, and I can't believe that a lot of Americans are going to find that an acceptable reaction by the Republicans. So at a time when we really do need a little bit of rallying around the flag, when we really do need the president, the Democrats, and the Republicans to focus like a laser on trying to find a resolution to the budget issue, try to find a way to reach a compromise on lifting the ceiling on the national debt, we are still devoting an enormous chunk of our energy and time and attention to an issue that probably should never have come up as an issue, and that certainly has now been settled. You can go to the White House website and you can download and print in color for yourself to frame it a copy, an authentic copy of the president's Hawaiian birth certificate. We hope, I hope, that this is the end, that we will never again hear about birth certificates, and certainly that we are not going to now use this as a distraction in future presidential elections. I hope we never go there where the Arizona legislature wanted to go, passing a law that required anyone who wanted to run for president in Arizona to bring a certified copy of their legitimate birth certificate to prove that they were an American citizen. I think that really takes us into a place where we Americans really don't want to be. I myself actually am not a big supporter of the idea that you have to be a native-born citizen to run for president. This is a country of immigrants. There are a lot of extremely qualified people, patriotic people, people who love this country, people who have been incredibly successful, and we are excluding all of them from being able to present themselves to us as candidates for president. I think that's a big mistake. I think that is not really the American way, and I'll just give you one example, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, is disqualified because he was born in Austria. And a lot of people that I know, some Republicans, even some Democrats, would actually like Schwarzenegger to run for president. They think he might make a good president. Think about these issues. They're very interesting, but they've distracted us for too long. This is Steffen Schmidt for InsiderIowa.com.